on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're connecting from. If you're connecting from Africa, from Asia, Europe, America, or Australia, I appreciate you very much. Thank you for being there for me all the time. I appreciate you for your contribution on the comment section. Each time you finish watching my video, go to the comment section and put your opinion. Give a thumbs up. Just make your communication the way you want it. It's all welcome. I appreciate your contribution. For those who have not yet subscribed, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video, so that we can work together and be able to get an answer to this question that everyone is asking. As you all know, I bring you information on things that are happening in Nigeria. In Nigeria, a contraption that we know that is occupying so many nations, great nations like the Biafra nation, the Odudua nation, the Middle Beltans, and the rest of them. These people are being occupied by that contraction called Nigeria, and so many people cannot breathe. We are asking for questions, asking for freedom, asking for referendum. That is all we ask for, and nothing more. I bring you information that has to do with this very country, the problems that the country is facing, the challenges that people are facing in this country, the indigenous people of this country. We are not asking for war. We are not asking for hatred. Neither are we preaching hatred. What we are preaching is self-determination. We are preaching love. We are preaching for people to be able to have confidence of themselves, people to be able to decide their fate, what is going to be their fate, people to be able to practice the religion they want to practice, people to be able to exist happily, people to be secured, people to be prosperous in their various ways of life. It doesn't matter if you're Yoruba, if you're Igbo, if you're Ijo, if you're Hausa, if you're Fulani, whatever area you belong. What we are asking is that people should allow to exist peacefully and be able to strive. Let people grow at their own speed. You cannot force people to stay into a relationship that they do not want to stay into. So many of us preach divorce when the husband is not treating the wife well, that the wife has the right to ask for divorce. Even the Bible supports separation. You can separate from your wife from a certain time, or your husband from a certain time, and let her come back. For now, what we are asking for is that very separation, that we can be able to rectify the problem that is bothering all of us. The Biafrans people are ready, very much ready than ever. They are gone already. The Oduduans are waxing very strong, waxing stronger than ever. You can't believe it. Sunday Ighoho is doing great. And MAZI, KANU, the leader of the whole revolution that is happening in that contraption called Nigeria now, we appreciate him very much. He is waxing stronger and stronger. And some people who never believed him initially are beginning to reason with him. People who thought he was just making noise and just blabbing, they have now realized that what he's saying all the time is the truth. He has never relented in his word. Whatever he said yesterday, he said today, and he's going to say tomorrow. Consistency is the key. He has been consistent from the beginning. For the onset, he has never lied in his speeches. He has never gone back from his words. He doesn't only talk, but he's acting on the ground with ESN. They are protecting the region. The southeastern region, more especially, are being protected by ESN, and they are doing a great job. And you have to support them the very best way you can. If you know the best way to support them, please do so. Support them. They are not there to destroy you. They are not fighting against the someone. They are fighting against the terrorists, the invaders, the land grabbers. Those are the people they are fighting against. They are not in the streets. You cannot see them in the street. Neither can you see them anywhere harassing people. No. Where you will find them is in the bushes, where they are doing their job, keeping the people safe. That is their job. So today, we are going to talk about the issues of Nigeria. The Nigerian states, they are talking about creation of states. What has creation of states added to you and I? The creation of states, we know, in that very contraption called Nigeria, is a means to subdue the people, to make the people enslaved the more, to make the people divided the more, and to be able to suppress the people. That is the only reason why states are being created in Nigeria. If you can trace from origin, all the states are being created out of several states. They have not made any much progress that is expected, and they will never make any progress. When they are creating the states they are creating in Nigeria is to make sure that the southern part of Nigeria remains enslaved to the north. They create as many states as they want in the north, even states that are not viable. States that are not viable, that cannot be able to sustain themselves. That is why every month you see them going to Abuja to go and take money. They cannot be able to work in their state and get anything out of the state. But they are still busy creating more states, creating more states. The only reason why they are creating those states is no reason but trying to divide the people and make sure that people don't come together. That is the reason why they are creating the state and no reason else. That is why you can find somebody who is an Igbo man in what do you call it, in Benue State. An Igbo man in Benue State, carved into Benue State as somebody from Benue State, knowing fully well that people from Benue State are not Igbos, but you carved a section of Igbos to the Benue State. Carved a section of Igbos to some other states that doesn't belong to Igbos. In several places, even in Edo State, you can find Igbos carved into Edo State. This is this divide and rule system of Nigeria. They are not doing it to establish, to make the people happy. They are not doing it to develop the place, because all the places that they have carved out have become the most impoverished and the most starved area. They make sure they divide the people, that the people cannot have unity. That is why they have divided, they continue to divide the southeastern part of Nigeria, continue to divide the southeastern part of Nigeria right from the time of independence. Up to it started worstly right from the time of civil war. After the civil war, Gowon continued the dividing of the southeastern region. Divided southeast. That was when he created the River State. This today River State you are talking about, that is supposed to be the capital of Biafra, is being created and carved out, and you see a governor in that state saying that he doesn't belong to Biafra. That it doesn't belong to the old southeastern region. When we are talking about the old southeastern region, we talk about River State. They are talking about now was created by Gowon just to be able to divide the southeastern region and make sure they don't have one voice. That is why when you go about the whole region, old southeastern region, all the areas in the old southern region, you will always find Igbos who are indigenous in those places. You will find Igbos who are indigenous in those places. And it was intentionally done by the federal government of Nigeria to make sure that they divide the Igbos, that they will not have unity. You see them talking about the Niger Delta. They tell us that Niger Delta are those states that are producing oil. But do you know that every state in southeastern region is producing oil? Every state, the 5 states they gave to the Igbos, every of that state is producing oil. They have oil field. You might not know. Anambra have it. Enugu has it. Abia has it. Some are not being mined yet. Some are not being mined. Every state in that very southeast has oil. If you don't know it. So when you begin to divide yourself because they called you Niger Delta, then you want to extract yourself from your brothers in the southeast. You want to extract yourself just because they mentioned Niger Delta. You are just mistaking yourself. You are just fooling yourself. As MAZI and KANU have said time with that number, the issue, the bone of contention is not oil. We don't care about the oil because the oil is gone already. That is not the bone of contention. The major problem we are talking about now is unity. We are looking for our brothers. We want to unite with our brothers. The Ijos, we are brothers. We are the same blood, the same culture. Nothing separates us. The Ijo, the Efik, the Calabas, whatever you call them. Everybody in that very southeastern region, old southeastern region, we are brothers and sisters, and nobody can separate us. That is what we are trying to do. It is not about the oil. Who cares about the oil? Who cares? Without the oil, Igbos are still striving, becomes the richest tribe in that very contraption called Nigeria. Even though you try to take away all the oil, still they are the richest tribe. What has the oil done with you? If not giving you that name to be able to separate you from your brothers. They only gave you the name Niger Delta to separate you from the brothers, make you to feel different. Make you feel different. But in the actual sense of it, these are your brothers and sisters. And we have the same mineral resources. That same thing you see they are drilling over, they are spoiling the land. They have it in the south. Every state in the southeast has it. Thank God even that they have not started drilling it already. Some of them already. They have not started drilling. That even if oil becomes what we want, we have enough to drill in our various states in the southeast. Oil is not the issue. What they are doing is to divide us. The state they are creating is doing nobody any good. They are creating it to divide you and I. To divide the regions. The same thing, the same creation, the same mistake they are doing everywhere. Even in the southwest. That is why you can find some people in the southwest, you find them in Cotonou. And the so-called contraption called Nigeria is doing nothing about it. It's doing nothing about it. People, Nigerians, Yorubas in Cotonou speaking Yoruba language. Speak Yoruba language. And the Nigerian government denies them. They say nothing about them. They carve them into the Republic. The map carved them into Benin Republic by the British map or whatever, the colonial map carved them into Benin Republic, and nobody is talking about it. If you go to the area, they speak exactly the Yoruba. The Yoruba culture is what is practicing there, but they are in Benin Republic. Look at their brothers who is in Bakassi. Bakassi was there, a Bakassi that belongs to the Biafra, the southeastern region. Obasanjo sold it out. They gave Bakassi out, the Nigerian government gave Bakassi out just to be able to spite the Igbos, to spite the Southeasterners, to divide the Southeasterners the more. Whatever creation they are making, either local government, either creation of states, They are not creating it to make you happy. They are not creating it to improve you or to develop your place. They are creating it to make sure you got divided and never be united. That is the reason why they are creating states. So whenever you hear about the creation of states, do not be happy. You can see some people going online to begin to talk about creation of more states for the southeast, creating of more states in the south. Already, the northerners are planning their own, holding meeting. They are reaching out already on creating their own states. You will see the video of the state they want to create in Kaduna State, where one of the devil is existing. What do you call him? Rufai. Rufai, one of the devil in this very contraption, one of the devil that is causing the serious insecurity that we are facing now. He is creating another state in his state. The northern Kaduna and southern Kaduna are trying to separate. They want to be two states in Kaduna State.
In question. Peace or wish. We're here today for the zonal meeting, Republic of Nigeria, 1999.
I am here to further expound on the memo we submitted before this August committee since August the 7th, 2020. One of the issues that we presented there is the issue of state creation. For over 30 years, the people of Southern Kaduna have always presented a case for a state to be created. And it has become difficult, even with the report of the 2014 National Conference, where it was recommended that 18 states be created, including Gurara State, for the people of Southern Kaduna.
1 minute.
Section 8 of the Constitution has become very cumbersome. So we hereby suggest that this committee amend Section 8 of the Constitution to make it possible for the state of Gurara to be created. Secondly, we suggest also a restructuring of the present geopolitical structures. We have 6 geopolitical arrangements, and Southern Kaduna is in the northwest zone. We want an 8th geopolitical arrangement where Gurara State, if created, will be part of Middle Belt West geopolitical zone. And we also want to recommend here that the Land Use Act in the Constitution be expunged, because it has made indigenous and community landowners to suffer unfair treatment where land is taken from indigenous owners at will. And so we recommend that this section of the Constitution be removed and a law be made in that regard.
We are aware that from 1987 to 1992, the state has witnessed of the areas, in particular in Nigeria as a whole.
This is the most enduring constitution. It has not been actually reviewed in the last 22 years now. And of course, we are facing a lot of crisis in terms of governance, because the constitution itself is outdated. That is why we are here to listen to the views of the general public, so that they can be able to also give us their own input, because we want to have a people's constitution, and the constitution that will be giving opportunity to the people to also make their contribution is the best constitution needed for this country. And the areas we are looking at in this very important meeting we are doing here in this zone, comprising of Kaduna, Katsina, KANU and Jigawa states, is to look at some very contentious issues. The issues are the issue of insecurity, which a lot of state governors are clamoring for the state police, which of course I personally have sponsored 4 bills to be able to create state police in this country, and I welcome this very development, because at the end of the day I have no doubt in my mind we may be on the same page with not only the state governors, the National Assembly, even the executive of the government, and even the general public, that the issue of insecurity is very critical, and we need to have the state police by decentralizing the Nigerian police force. And the second issue in contention is the issue of devolution of power. A lot of people are clamoring for resource control, that states should be allowed to manage resources in their own states. Of course, it's also, for me, it's a welcome development, and it will help states to develop faster. Then another issue that is very critical is the issue of reform in the area of judiciary. You're aware that we're having a lot of crisis in the state judiciary because you find a single judge at the High Court having over 300 cases to look into. And I believe we have to decentralize the judiciary and give the governors powers to appoint High Court judges. Then another area that is also extremely very contentious is the issue of minimum wage. We believe every state has its own peculiarity. Of course, Kaduna State is the first state in Nigeria to accept the minimum wage. But I believe it's a piece of legislation that was passed, but I believe it might not be realistic because a lot of states at the moment cannot be able to pay the minimum wage. Only three states in Nigeria are paying the minimum wage. Only Kaduna State, Lagos State, and Rivers State at the moment. And that means it's not realistic. So we have to review it and look at the peculiarity of every state. And we also look at the area of giving local governments autonomy. They must have full power if we want development at the grassroots level. I know in Kaduna State here, we don't tamper with the local government affairs. We allow them to have their own money. But if you go to other states, the situation is different. So if we want the development of our own country in general, we must give the local governments powers to also administer their own affairs by allowing them to have autonomy and to abolish the issue of joint account between the state and local government. For me, these are the 4 or 5 key areas that are contentious. If we can resolve these 4 or 5 areas, I have no doubt in my mind we can have a country.
And you think that El-Rufai will do such a thing to favor you? He is not doing it for security reasons. Neither is he doing it to favor the Christians in the southern Kaduna. That is not what he's doing. At the end of the day, they are going to employ their own stooge to be the leader of that very place. The governor of the southern Kaduna is going to be somebody who is going to be loyal to them. It doesn't matter if he's a Christian or not a Christian. It must be somebody loyal to them. And before you know it, he begins to dance their tune. And already they have, through their insecurity, grabbed enough land from southern Kaduna. They have grabbed enough land from southern Kaduna to plant their own people. And now they want to say they want to divide. Southern Kaduna go their ways and northern Kaduna go their ways. They are not doing it for a good reason. Neither are they doing it to benefit anybody. Not to benefit the poor masses. They are doing it for their political selfish gain. To have more chance in the Senate to be able to speak in. To have more chance to stand against people in the Senate. That is what they are doing. To create more senators. That is what they are doing. Create more governors. Create more chance for them to allocations in Abuja. That is exactly the only reason why they are doing it. Niger State, the same thing. They want to create a Niger State. Niger States want to do the same thing, creation of states. The videos are there all the time. You can see the videos. See the news there. Creation of state is a divide and rule system to be able to subdue the indigenous people of that contraption called Nigeria. It is not for anybody's benefit. It is not. If you think it is for your benefit, it is not for anybody's benefit. Whatever creation of state they are doing, it is not to favor you, neither is it to favor me. They are doing it for their own selfish interests. So whenever you hear about creation of state, begin to run. After all the state that we are creating from the former existing state never did them any good. Abia State was created from Imo State. Today, is Abia State better than Imo State? Is Abia State anything to write home about? Abia State is more in the southeast, is the worst state you can think of in the southeast. Ebonyi State created from Enugu State. Look at what is happening in Ebonyi State. They plant their Fulani stooge there, killing people and all sort of insecurity, trying to turn it into a Fulani zone. This is the only reason why they are creating states. They are not creating it to benefit you. They are not creating it to make you happy. If you think it is for you to be happy, you have another thing coming. You have another thing coming. They are creating these states, and the most important thing you have to know that these governors they are planted in those states are not there for your own good. They are not there for your own good. No governor in that contraption called Nigeria is there for the good of the poor masses. They are not standing for the poor masses. It doesn't matter if it is for the south or southwest, southeast, south or the north. The northern part and the southern part, the whole governors they have in Nigeria, the politicians are not there for your good. They are appointing the governors are there for their own selfish interests, serving themselves in Abuja, going there to share money and make themselves wealthy and their families. That is the only thing they are doing. You can see recently the governor of Cross River State, jumped ship to APC, who in his normal sense at this particular point in time will move to APC, a terrorist party, who in his right senses will move to APC. APC that have destroyed the country, destroyed the economy, made the country so insecure. There is nothing to write home about them. But yet, this governor came out to join them and even come to national television to defend them. Hear what he had to say. And then you tell me if these people are there for your own good. Hear him out.
And commitment of Mr. President. Having seen the progress attained so far, having seen the ascended tension occasioned by the increasing social media manipulation to create a level of hysteria, having recognized the challenges of our youth and the issues of unemployment and the associated challenges, therefore, it's my responsibility as the leader of the party in Cross River State, as the leader of the people in Cross River State from a political perspective, to do all I can to assist Mr. President succeed. It is in this process I'm recognizing the role of Cross River State, a state that has been reduced to want in body, in spirit, and in soul, a state whose revenue and resources have been taken, a state whose territorial boundaries have been interfered with. It's my responsibility to reset Cross River State to the center. I therefore, on behalf of the entire people of Cross River State, to the extent that I believe in the philosophy and idea of peace and unity, that Cross River State is today formally declared as an APC state.
After watching him, you will now continue to talk about the creation of state and whatever. Those states are not there for you. Whatever creation they are making in that contraption called Nigeria, it is not for development, neither it is for the poor masses to grow. It is not to reach out to the poor masses. It is for their own selfish end, for their own selfish interest. That is why they are doing it. For their own selfish interest. They want to make themselves rich, enrich themselves more, protect their families, and get as much wealth as they want. That is the reason why they are creating it, and not for you and I. And after this governor have jumped ship, could you believe that after this governor have jumped to APC, within some hours, the herdsmen invaded Cross River. They invaded Cross River with their cows, field everywhere. Watch the video by yourself, you will see what happened.
Guys, it's not up to 24 hours since the governor of Cross River State joined APC. And this morning, in faraway Wanikade, I've been standing here at the front of St. John's Catholic Church, Wanikade, and this is exactly 1 hour. This herd of cows have been passing here for more than an hour, and if you can look ahead of this camera, you can see that many more are on their way. And I tried to speak with one of the herders who told me they don't know where they are going to, only the Alhaji who knows. And that Alhaji was still in the big town. I'm suspecting the big town to be here. And this road actually links to Benue State. But interestingly, they are not heading on to the Benue route. They have branched off into the famous Wanikade market. We don't understand who is directing this traffic and the reason for this mass migration of cows at this very point in time. I don't know if this is the APC that the Cross River State has become. I don't know if this is the development that the governor talked about for future alignment of the state for future development and growth and security. All that we know about here is that these cows have always brought hardship and pain upon those who have hosted them. Security in Wanikade is all out, and they have insisted that no group of cows is staying in. As you can see, members of the church have aligned themselves all across because some have already entered my farm. And that's my yam farm over there. Multi-crop farming, yam, cassava, melon, okra, corn, everything.
This is the kind of development the governors are bringing. A governor who told us that he is doing that for the interest of his people. The interest for his people is to invite Fulani headers the herdsmen to come and invade the farmers, destroy the land with their cows. That is the security he's bringing to Cross River State. These people are not there for your own good. The earlier you wake up, the better, and ask the real question. Join your region, whatever region you belong to. If you are a Biafran, join full with your Biafran. Open your mouth and begin to speak. It doesn't matter if you are from Akwa Ibom, if you are Efik, if you are Ijo, whatever you are. So long you are from the old southeastern region, you have no option. You have no option. The only place you have to join is Biafra. Speak with NNAMDI KANU. Stand with NNAMDI KANU. The only people that will defend you is the ESN. They are doing that already. Support ESN the best way you can. Support them with the last drop of your blood, because that is what they are doing. They are giving your life, their life for you. These are volunteers. You are not paying them. They are volunteers. They volunteer themselves to die to protect the land of Biafra. Nobody is paying them. And they are in the bushes day and night, fighting for you and I, making sure that we are safe. And it is because of them that you are still there watching. It is because of these people, the ESN, that you are still working. Thanks to NNAMDI KANU, who has been leading them wonderfully. He has been doing a great job and making sure that our voice is being heard and making sure that we actualize Biafra. May God protect NNAMDI KANU. And we appreciate our brother from Odudua also. If you are from Odudua land, do not sleep. Sunday Ighoho is there for you. He is doing a great job. Calling rally, massive rally everywhere. Very soon it's going to be in Lagos. Wherever you are, if you have not woken up, wake up. You have no other leader in Yoruba land except Sunday Ighoho and the rest of them who are speaking for Odudua. If you are thinking that you are hoping that Tinubu is for you, you are wasting your time. You are going to stay there and die unnecessarily. Wake up and begin to speak with those that matters. Wake up and begin to support those who matters. That is all we need now. That is the only way we all can survive. That is the only way. That is the only way we all can survive. If you think that whatever they are doing in that Nigeria is, no matter how they pretend, people come out to pretend and begin to paint wrong information on how things are, paint the wrong situation. The real situation of that country is what I'm going to show you now. You're going to watch this video of something that is happening in the street. That is the real situation of the country. The people in the street will tell you the real situation of the country. Watch the video, then now you will be convinced that it is not well. It is not all well, no matter how they pretend. Let us watch.
Nigeria of nowadays, we are suffering. People come on Gari, we can't buy Gari again. Gari has come as a cocaine. Food we can't buy. Rice we can't buy. We can't feed our child again. Even if you want to give your child food, you can't ask him that have you already eat? You say you can't tell him I should be the food. You can't tell him like you will ask him are you eat? Even look at our students now. They want to go do NECO. The NECO thing they want to do, there is no money. We don't have money to give them to do the NECO exam. No anything. All our child, we put something on their head to sell up and down so that we will get money to eat. So people got motor, car, they use the car to carry passenger up and down. Because there is no money. To buy food is a problem. To buy clothes is a problem. To buy food is a problem. To get money is a problem. Another person carry rope to hang his neck and kill himself because of suffer. This summer is too much. We are shouting change. This change is change us to stubbornness. You change another person to thief. You change another person to kidnapper. You change another person to highway robber. You change another person to keep person, to carry person here. This is too much in Nigeria. If you can help us in this.
After watching from the street, I have nothing more to say. It is not all well. The only solution is for us to go our separate ways and begin to deal with our little demons in various places. In Arewa, in Odudua, in Biafra, each section, in the middle belt, each section should go their separate ways and deal with their demon. Construct a country that they can be able to defend. Build a country that they can be patriotic to. A country where life could be saved, where people will be proud to say, yes, I'm from this nation. That is what we are asking for. We are asking for referendum. Referendum for the people who want to be free, to be free. Referendum for those who want to be free, to be free. Give the people the opportunity to decide their fate and choose what they want. If they want to remain in that contraption, if they want your constitutional amendment that you are preaching for, if they want something else, let them say it by themselves. You cannot come and decide for 200 million plus people. That is what you're asking for. We're not asking for war. We're asking for referendum. People should decide their fate. That is what we ask for. Thank you so much for watching wherever you're watching from. I appreciate you. Please go to the comment section. Give your comment. What is your contribution? Don't be silent. It is about you and I. It is about our life. It's about your life. It's about my life. It's about our children, our unborn children. Don't be silent. Go to the comment section and make your comment. Give a thumbs up and make a contribution as much as you can. Let us work together and see how we'll be able to actualize peace in that very contraption. Thank you and remember blessed. Bye-bye. See you again on the next video.